So welcome everybody to What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions.
Yes.
It is the show where Mike and I have distilled the meaning of life,
Nay.
the meaning of happiness,
No.
the meaning of all joy in the
Everything.
universe.
Literally
Yeah.
everything.
Down to just 7 questions. We started with way too many questions. Nobody would do our show.
Yes.
So we distilled it back down to 7.
It was only 486,666.
Yes.
But
There
that
were-
ended up.
To be fair, there were a couple doubles in there.
Yeah.
Today, we have singer, songwriter, lead singer of Underoath, musical brain, and creator of the solo project Slow Tide. Newest single, It Always Seemed Easier, is available now on all streaming platforms. Welcome, Spencer Chamberlain, to the show. Thank you so much for being here, man. How you doing?
Thank you for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this fun Sunday.
Yeah.
This fun
Yeah.
Oh,
Wonderful
Friday.
well, Friday.
Quote-unquote Friday, but
Friday for
Sunday,
the listeners.
sure.
It's the magic of YouTube.
You've done a lot of interviews. You've done answered a lot of questions from a lot of different people. But what we did here on Bacon Is My Podcast is we wanted to find out the true nooks and crannies of your English muffin.
That's right.
Double stuff of your Oreo.
That's
so,
right. All the
Spencer,
stuff.
if you're ready with your blessing, we'll get into these questions to really get to the cream center of your Twinkie.
I am ready.
All right.
Okay.
All right. We're in all those. All right. Nice. All right. Question number 1. How many pillows? And as someone who has said that you are addicted to a good night's sleep, how many pillows is too many?
Oh, man. So when I'm in a hotel and I typically sleep with 2, maybe 3 if I'm stuffing one in between my knees,
Right.
my side. But I want to say when there's when you get to the hotel room and you're by yourself and there's enough for 2 people, it seems like I end up throwing them on the floor. So I think 4 is too many for me.
4 is too many.
I think 3 is questionable, but I can use 3. 2 is that's my typical go-to. Like at home, I have 2
Yeah.
in the bed with my wife, and she has 2. But I'm also a comforter stuffer, so I stuff the comforter in between my knees.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
That kind of suits
Yeah.
my 3rd pillow.
I gotta have the knee separation.
Yeah. But I would say for me, I think 4 is too many.
4 is too many.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hotel pillows are a tough one.
Right.
Hotel pillows are a tough
which
one.
you usually shove yours in a backpack.
Yeah, I found that hotel pillows, like if I lay down on a hotel pillow, I'm just laying down on the hotel bed because my head I got a big giant round head. It just like falls right through it. So I'll stuff one of the pillows into my backpack for some structure, and then I'll put the other pillow on top of the backpack.
That's wild.
So I can just kind of like, it's the perils of a heavy head, man.
All right, question number 2, and I'm very interested in your answer on this because I know that you did live in Brooklyn for a little while. But question number 2, Spencer, what is the perfect pizza order?
Wow. Dang. I mean, you can't go wrong with a cheese slice, like a real New York cheese slice. Like, I mean, there's all this artisan pizza stuff, which, I'm a fan of. I don't eat pizza a lot. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm like one of those health freak guys. So my go-to now is all the healthier stuff, like cauliflower crust and all
Right,
this
right.
shit.
Which
So
is really good, by the way.
it is, and like I feel less guilty. Like when I did the whole transformation from using drugs to not using drugs and getting healthy and all that stuff, I changed like the way I eat and my exercise habits and all that stuff. So the first thing I changed was the way I drank. So I stopped drinking all like the beers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just cut certain things out of my life that have made me happier and healthier, and like kind of the empty carbs of like breads and stuff like that I typically stay away from. But like, you also have to be able to live. So sometimes we're on tour and there's like after show food is a thing. We always eat dinner after the show because before an Underoath show, you can't really eat dinner and you'll throw up everywhere.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
You don't have food ready when you get off stage, and you can't be that guy that's so strict on yourself that like all there is pizza tonight. So it's either pizza or nothing, you're going to eat pizza. Like, and then
Right.
and it's like if you're traveling and like there's this really great pizza spot, you have to try it. Like, if you're
That's part of the joy of being on the road.
yeah, and if you're dedicated, like when you're in control, if I'm in control of what I can eat, I'm very like, make sure I'm eating clean and like organic and as healthy stuff as possible. But then sometimes you're not in control. Like, let's say, for example, you go visit your friend and his mom made you fucking pasta. You're not going to turn it down because you're like, I'm too healthy.
Right. Right.
So I'm trying to make it like, I've been living that way for like 10 years with food. And that way I can like, when I go visit my dad and his wife, my stepmom, she's like a real Southern cooker type person. I'm going to eat her food. I'm not going to make her feel bad because, so with pizza, to me, like a really good New York slice, but my go-to now when I can is like a cauliflower crust. I like a buffalo chicken is also a go-to.
Always good. Yeah.
And I know there's this huge debate on it, but I like the Hawaiian pie. I'll be honest, I like pineapple on my pizza.
You'd be surprised. It is probably the most popular here.
Yeah.
Dude, it is so good. I love it. Like, that is the jam.
Now, what I want to ask real quick before we get to question number 3, have you ever tried to make your own cauliflower crust?
I have. No, did me and Aaron do that in the studio one time?
Oh my God, you did that in a studio?
Well, we always have like an Airbnb for me. Like, me do a lot of, like we travel. We make most of our records in Tampa, and we don't live there anymore. So me and him will have an Airbnb, and we cook a lot. I mean, we maybe did that one time, but we typically just buy the. They can sell the frozen cauliflower stuff. We did do it one time. We did make our own cauliflower.
Because I've done it once and I never did it again because it's a fucking disaster.
Yeah. And
it's awesome, but it's
you wonder why, like, why don't we places all offer it? Because it's like it's a legit like hassle.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to do. It's labor intensive.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, it's good, but what a hassle.
All right. Question number 3, true or false question this time. True or false? Cereal is a soup.
False.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Cereal is a soup? Oh, yeah. I think soups have like a bisque or a broth base, not just add milk.
Well,
Cream-based broth.
Cream-based broth. One could say, like
Gazpacho is cold.
Gazpacho's cold. Potato soup has a cream base. It's also broth though, but it's
Wheat-based noodle.
Wheat or rice-based noodle.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say no.
Okay.
All right.
I like that.
I have no allegiance.
Yeah,
we say it all the time.
We don't lean either way.
We've heard both.
Question number 4: gift cards, lame gift idea or great gift idea?
I think it's a great gift idea from like an older generation, be it like in-laws, your aunts and uncles, parents, grandparents, so on and so forth. But like your homie or like, your brother or whatever, like your friends, that's lame. Like I wouldn't get like Aaron, who's been my best friend since I was a teenager, I wouldn't get him a gift card. But like if my dad or my mom got me a gift card, I'd be stoked because they don't know what I want,
Right.
So I think it's a generational thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's generational and hobbyist thing.
You'd rather the Sweetwater gift card than the caution tape guitar strap.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think when your parents or grandparents, if they're still alive, or your in-laws, whatever, your aunts and uncles, like when they know that, like when they've accepted the fact that they don't know you well enough to shop for you,
right?
And the gift card is a totally acceptable gift. But for your homies and like your friends and like close family, especially don't get your partner, a gift card. That is a big no. Unless, well, wait a minute. Because now you got me thinking, like, I've done the spa gift card thing where it's like,
that's acceptable.
An excursion,
right.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I want to say I'm split on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fair answer.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could say the same, yeah. All right, question number 5. What number is Mike thinking of?
27.
No, what is your go-to jukebox pick?
What is my go-to jukebox pick?
That is question 6.
Whoa. It's been a minute since I've done it. Like a touch tunes is normally like the thing now, right?
Yeah.
Well, those count too.
Yeah. I mean, last time it was probably like Wood from Alice in Chains or something like that.
Nice one.
I think that like, I don't go to bars a whole lot anymore. But that's normally where you do the jukebox. But it also depends on the vibe, like where you are. Like a bar vibe, I would my go-to would have been like an Alice in Chains song or something.
Yeah.
At least to start it off.
Versus like a Waffle House jukebox.
Right.
Right.
I can still get down to Alice in Chains at Waffle House. I was more thinking like when you're at the beach and like there's like a beach bar and you're like,
Oh yeah.
it's like daytime. Like that's different. You might want to put on like, I don't know.
Guar.
Then instead of Wood, you put Godsmack.
Oh god.
Not the band, the song.
Right. Okay. Understood. Okay.
Or Angry Chair. Angry Chair's a
Angry
good
Chair's
daytime beach song.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, man. We've made it. We've made it all the way to question number 7. And question number 7 is a big one because it will decide whether or not you qualify for the bonus question.
All right, let's do it.
It's important. It's not important.
Yeah. In the grand scheme, no.
Right. Yeah.
But
you could win nothing.
right.
But it'll still be fun.
I like
Question
that.
number 7. It's a feel one though, so this is easy. I want you to search your feelings. I want you to look deep into your heart. This is where we get into a cranny and a nook, and that's what we're trying to find right now. So Spencer, how do you feel about garden gnomes?
Garden gnomes?
Garden gnomes.
Again, I feel like if I went and visited my mom and she had some statue garden gnomes, I'd be okay with it.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Again, I think if I like if I went to Aaron's house or Tim's house or something and they had garden gnomes, I'd probably question in my brain. I don't even know if I'd say it out loud because like he's really into gnomes and I just didn't know this for 20 years. But a part of me would be like, really? But then again, everyone has kids now, so sometimes it's something like I can get down. Like if your kid thinks that's cute and you put it,
Sure.
I'm down. I'm down with garden gnomes, I think.
Okay.
How many gnomes would it take in a friend's house before you said something out loud?
Oh, I'd say once you get past 2 or 3, you're like,
right?
Okay, I've never noticed this about you before. So
but there's 5 of these.
yeah.
There's a family of gnomes.
And then you come inside, like you're outside hanging, like maybe you're at a barbecue, and then you go inside and there's some in the living room, in the kitchen. You're like,
right.
What the fuck is going on here? Yeah. I think once you go past 2, like once you're in the 3 and up category, just like my pillows, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. I'd be like, holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not protecting your yard anymore. Now you've got a weird collection.
Yes. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Well, something that we're trying to get to be a thing, and we've started. It's a little snowball, but it's getting there.
Slowly building.
Is on tour. Tour pranks are all the rage.
Yes.
Gnoming people. Just kind of drop a gnome
Get little ones.
in the rear of the rack gear.
Yeah.
Maybe like
Hide it down
on
by
the merch table.
down by the drum pedals.
Yeah.
You know? Just
We
hide
had
one
somebody-
down there.
we had
So when they
somebody-
sit down, they're like, "Oh shit!" What?
Yeah.
Where do you find these little gnomes? That's my question.
Oh, you can
Sometimes
get them,
Dollar Tree.
Yeah, Dollar Tree. You can get.
I
them
mean,
at,
I feel like you should drop a link somewhere for the people watching. You never know, like
link in the
people.
description.
Yeah, there could be people showing up to meet and greets and bringing gnomes. You never know. Like
Yeah.
that. I think that's where you need to take this gnome. This gnome.
That's a great idea too.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
It's not necessarily the band members, because band members, they don't want to do anything on tour. They want to play the shows and focus on that. They're not going to go to the store and buy gnomes. I'm thinking you need to take this to the fans.
Right.
Let's forget the bands. Let's have the bands get weirded out by the fans of how many gnomes they bring.
Mm.
Maybe they
Ooh,
start wearing
I like
them
this.
like handmade, like the really bad screen printed from the mall gnome T-shirts. Like
Right.
you never know what. How far this. If you're singing front row and you look down and there's a bunch of people like, you know, would you not laugh?
Oh yeah,
that'd be fantastic.
Cool?
Yeah.
Could you keep your cool? Could you stay focused on the song, or would you
Right.
be like, "Those damn gnomes"?
I think that's a good idea.
I think that's
That's
great.
a good idea.
And for
You've
that,
improved our idea.
and for that, I think he gets a bonus question.
Oh, for sure. You just improved our idea.
Right, absolutely. So Spencer, you do get the bonus question, and the bonus question is a multiple choice, and it goes like this.
Those were my favorite in school because I was like, "Okay, cool. One of the answers is here. I got it."
Well,
More chance.
maybe
Here we go.
they might be here. Keep that in mind. Bacon. Is it a topping? Is it a side? Or is it a main course?
See, I don't think it's a main course. So I know bacon is your podcast, so maybe I've disappointed you, but I don't feel like it's a main course because the way I view it is it's both A and B. So for breakfast, it's a side.
Okay.
And everything else I ever would consider bacon as a topping or a starter. Like there's some menus you see it as a starter. So, but to me in my brain, I see it as a side, I guess, because I love breakfast. And when I go out to dinner or anything, if I get a burger or something, I never get bacon on my burger. I don't know why. I always associate bacon with either some wild starter someone has, like this maple.
Oh yeah,
Right,
mac-
cracked bacon or whatever they call it.
Or like something wrapped in bacon.
Okay.
So I feel like it's a side. Well, then it'll be a topping if it's wrapped. Man, that there is no answer there. It's not a main course. It's a
BLT,
See, I'm not a BLT guy.
but it
But
exists.
BLT, it's a topping.
Or like that wedge salad.
Well, I mean, BLT, it's not really.
Wedge salad's a topping. BLT, it's a topping. A burger, it's a topping.
No,
So
a
you think
burger, a burger
is the
a
star
burger
of a
has
wedge
lettuce and
salad the
tomato.
lettuce?
Wait, the
It's a
burger
topping.
is a lettuce and tomato.
Right.
A burger is a topping, like the meat patty is a topping.
No. No, the burger is the
Is the main.
main course. The lettuce and the tomato and the bacon, and the onion, those are all toppings.
Well, no, but I'm saying in a BLT.
Yeah, the bacon is the
Oh,
takes
a
the place of the burger.
BLT is just a waste of time, in my opinion.
Well, that goes without
Right.
saying.
Okay.
That's
Like,
agreed. That's
what
agreed.
are we actually doing here? Why is there not something else in this sandwich?
Right.
Okay.
Why
Right.
do I go somewhere and order this? I could throw this together. My daughter, who's not even 2, could probably throw that together.
That's
Right.
true. Probably a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the answer we were looking for is D, all of the above.
All of the above. It can be anything.
Because it could be anything.
We don't live in a box here.
Yeah.
We don't live in a box
Yeah,
here.
but that wasn't one of my choices. So
Got to think outside the box,
Yeah,
man.
we're not rule
We don't
guys.
do rules here. Well,
That's
before
okay. That's okay.
before we head out of this,
Like I said, we're a positive polish
right,
show.
we are. Before we head out of this, though, what we want everybody to know is where they can find everything Slow Tide, everything Under Oath, everything you've got going on, Spencer. So
Okay.
let everybody know.
yeah, so most of my life I was an anti-social media guy until you kind of have to do that, these days.
Necessary evil.
Yeah. So Under Oath would be at Under Oath Band on Instagram and Twitter, and I have no idea about the Facebook because I don't have a Facebook, so I've never gone down that path. But I know there's one.
It's probably for the best.
Right. And then Slow Tide is the same thing. It's at Slow Tide Band, and it's Slow Tide without the W. So SLOTIDE. And that's on Instagram and Twitter. And there's a Facebook, but I don't know about it because I don't use Facebook. But I'm sure it's just Slow Tide Band and Under Oath Band. And then if you want the best of both worlds, I guess, and just see what I do. And so, I'm not a big social media guy as it is, but like sometimes I'll post stuff of like my actual life, or, I do a lot of work with other artists, and the best way to keep up with all that is just to follow me. And that's at WS Chamberlain. So, because my legal name is William Spencer Chamberlain. So that's why the WS is there. Because when I finally did join Twitter and Instagram, some fan already had my at Spencer Chamberlain. So
Of course they did.
I didn't get to use my own name. But, and I've been at WS Chamberlain ever since I started social media. So that's where you can find me. And if you're following me on Facebook, you're probably talking to some stranger because it's not me.